What if I told you Lincoln Legends used to be a contender in the Be the Fantasy Football League? What if I told you he wasn't always the laughingstock that he is now?
So, in my own defense, I think everybody in this room recognizes I'm the best player that never won a championship. So I got the target on my back. So everybody in the league wants to come after me because I'm the one that talks shit back. So I counterpunch. I counterpunch Dane, and I counterpunch Walt. So it is what it is. I mean, there's pictures up there. I'm gonna go after it. I'm gonna go after whatever I can go after. So if we want to make families off limit, we can make them off limit. But I'm going to counterpunch. I'm the best player in here, regardless.
That's never won a championship.
I'm the best player in here, regardless.
What if I told you a little chubby nigga from 57th and Hazel would one day be a dominant team in the Be the Fantasy Football League? What if I told you this little chubby nigga, first 2 seasons, will be unrivaled by any other owner? This is a 30 for 30 documentary on Remembering the Titans.
He's got high hopes. He's got high... You know what? Let me call my best friend Jamal and ask him about this new fantasy football league coming to a theater near you. 215-123-456789. Hello? Is this my best friend Jamal? No? Can you put him on the phone then? Okay. Jamal, we about to take over the world of fantasy football, and I need a name for my team. I was thinking about Tim. That's the team's name. What do you think? Fucking horrible? No, that's the shit. Just Tim. Well, you got an idea? Wait. Oh, shit.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Everywhere I go, people always know. People always know. I am Timmy, and I'm going with it.
We are the Titans.
I am Tim, a mighty Tim. Yeah, I'm gonna name my team the name of that movie. Yeah.
This project was interesting to me because it was fascinating to see how far somebody could fall so fast. He came into the league with such promise. I mean, I remember the first draft, and this guy had a draft book, a fantasy football draft guide, and we all were looking around like, huh? I mean, it didn't matter that it was dated for March and we were drafting in August. It was just the fact that this guy had a draft book, he had a visor on, he just had an air about himself, confident. First 2 years, we don't know how he didn't win a championship. I mean, he arguably was the best player. And for some reason, he changed the name. And he had a little success that 3rd year, still riding off the previous name. But since then, everything went downhill. And it was amazing to me. And this was a story I think that we all wanted to know. I think this is something we all were curious about. And when I got to meet him, talk to him, he's just a broken man now. I think that in hindsight, he probably wishes he would have stayed. Remember the Titans. Like I said, is this a cautionary tale of what happens when you just do stupid shit? You have to remember, after going from being somewhat respected to not shit, it took us about 30 seconds to coax him, to convince him to do this interview and be able to tell his side of the story. First off, Lincoln Legends, I want to thank you for doing this interview with us. I know this can't be easy for you. First question, how is life now?
life is it's good. It's an adjustment, just being around doing things that I'm not normally doing, like wearing a hoodie 24/7, the fear of little children laughing at me, because.
So how is it going from Remember the Titans to Lincoln Legends? How has that transition been for you?
Well, the transition was I went onto the website and I deleted Remember the Titans, and I typed in Lincoln Legends and I clicked enter, and then the name was all different and everything, and I was like, oh, Snickers. I did it. I put a different name in. So that's what's up.
And now the question I think everybody's been wanting to answer to for a long time. Why the name change?
Oh, well, that's easy. When that special time in your life comes along, I named my team after my firstborn child. Wait, can you cut that? Wait, cut that. Wait, cut. Wait. You know what?
After a few minutes of coaxing and calming Lincoln Legends down, fortunately for us, we were able to finish the interview. Last question, Lincoln. Once again, I appreciate you taking the time out to do this with us. Knowing what you know now, going from a contender, fighting for championships, to now just being an afterthought.
Absolutely.
If you had to do all over again, would you change anything?
The way I will answer that question is I'm going to tell you what is important to me and how I do things. Look, I get up every morning, okay? I get up every morning. I say my prayers. I get my glass of milk. I throw it that back, and then I go on the internet and I look for things that I don't like that I can complain about, So, what's important to me is just, wait, what was your question again?
Thanks a lot. I want to thank you for coming out.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that I finally got a chance to speak and people know the truth, and you see that I'm stepping up to the plate and I'm not hiding and I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to anything. Like, I'm here. I'm here.
This project was interesting to me because it was fascinating to see how far Lincoln Legends has fallen as a fantasy football player. I mean, you had a guy in the beginning who was up here and now today isn't even relevant. For people who weren't around at that time, they wouldn't even believe the dominance that Remember the Titans had in the beginning. When I tell these young kids the story, they just look at me and roll their eyes like I'm just lying, like I'm making it up. And that's why it was important for me to tell this story of how great Remember the Titans were and how bad Lincoln Legends are now. It's just a conundrum that I never could get over. What if I would have told you 6 years ago that not only would Remember the Titans not have won any championships, but the team wouldn't even exist anymore? What if I would have told you this franchise that looked like the sky was the limit would now be a laughing joke in the Beat It Fantasy Football League? This has been a 30 for 30. Remember the Titans.